Okay, let's see how we can make this one come out. Right. $200. A little bit of contrast. Lighten that off. Okay. Go here. Okay. Right. Let's see what we can do with this original. This is an interesting one. I just cut this out of a wine brochure. Nice, love the mist and that, and the interesting, it looks like a church or something, an old building. I wonder if it's abandoned or what, but this looks like a really nice looking view or vista. You can call it a vista or a view, whatever. It's really nice. So let's see if we can make it come up differently again, nicely, even though it's going to be distorted. I like to distort things. It's how I like to reappropriate images, is I like to improve on them rather than just make a slavish reproduction. So let's see if this looks interesting, colour and composition. So there, that looks like our little building. That looks really good. You got the building there in one piece, slightly warped. Then you got it totally spifflicated, you could say. So I quite like that. So that's going to be our master copy. I think unfortunately we're going to consign this to the recycle pile. I can't get too precious about stuff, unfortunately, but anyway, that's that. That's going to be our master copy. So we're just going to put that on the glass, upright like so, and we're going to make it into a 4-way mirror image. So I'm happy with that, really happy. That's come up really well. So we're just going to set this silly piece of shit Konica Minolta equipment up, make it do some really crazy shit. So let's see how we go. So we put that in the middle, and maybe we leave the contrast as is, and I think that's about it. And we're just going to print off the 4 segments that make the mirror image. Hopefully they'll come up a treat. Okay, whoa, that's very hot. The building looks very hot. But it looks good. I quite like that hot look for some reason. It's like a sunset. It looks like a really fierce sunset, like a red night, shepherd's delight. And then, of course, red morning, which is the other part, is shepherd's warning. My mum taught me that. That's what the farmers used to use to predict wild weather conditions or inclement weather or whatever weather that could be destructive to the crop, or I don't know. My mum used to tell me about it. Red morning, shepherd's warning. Red night, shepherd's delight. And I also read about it in a book on weather that I was given as a kid. And yeah, so that's how they used to do it in the old days, I guess. So that's one way they did it. Red morning, shepherd's warning. Red night, shepherd's delight. Whoops. I'm going to just head off too and just see what we can get. So yeah, long before they had technology to forecast weather, and still technology gets it wrong. For some reason it hasn't come of age yet. That weather forecasting technology still gets it horribly wrong. And even when you try to see what the weather's going to be for a few hours or a day away, no more than that, it still cocks up on you. You still don't get what you're told. So you've got to basically look at it from hour to hour rather than day to day when it comes to weather. It's very hard to predict. If anyone can make weather prediction programs and hardware more reliable and more accurate, well, that'd be good. They'll solve a lot of problems, because I mean sometimes you just can't afford to have severe weather stuffing up your life. And the thing is, we've got climate change and global warming, which is a big problem in this day and age. And basically, yeah, it's the weather conditions are more wild and more extreme, more hot, more cold. Things are unseasonal. Oh, I think, how do we say it? Unseasonal. Sorry. So things get too hot in winter. I mean, for example, here in Sydney, and not just Sydney, other parts of Australia, but I live in Sydney. That's where I'm based. So that's where I live and do most of my demo work. I've done demos interstate as well, but I normally do them right here in my home. So now I'm trying to get these to line up. I think that's as close as we can get. But that looks really strange. It looks really eerie. Very interesting. I think we can call that one quits.